So after we've already analyzed this video above using many recognized documents regarding math development in Ontario currently, we can make predictions for the future. Now, of course, this is only from a mathematical perspective, so we are not going to be analyzing it from any other developmental area or interest-based learning at this point right now. We will only examine mathematical development. So according to the ELECT document from 2006, we also have Clements and Sarema from 2009, and then How Does Learning Happen from 2014, so from this recent year, are all very recognized documents in the field right now pertaining to mathematical development and of course other areas, but in this sense, math. So when we analyze these documents as we have above, we can assert the child to certain areas of development, which we already have. So when planning for future activities or for future learning and growth, what we can do essentially is, again, look at these documents and assume that maybe for future learning we can foster certain activities around these guiding principles. So we've already recognized that the child is patterning, but of course in certain ranges. So the child is patterning, however, with a model, with guidance of a parent or the facilitator, and as well as simple patterns, so things like A-B patterns. So within such documents as the ELECT document from 2006, it is noted that the child can continue his mathematical development, especially in the field of patterning, by continuing to practice these patterns, and to do so by, again, having very creative materials available for him to do so. So of course, I mean, he is using creative materials in this video, so he has strips of paper with Velcro or some sort of sticky material that he's sticking onto it. But of course, you know, things like blocks could work well, cubes, construction paper, offering materials to him that lend themselves nicely to patterning, of course, will keep him engaged and interested in this activity. As well too, so fostering patterning without modeling. So trying to perhaps take away that longer strip that we mentioned in the latter analysis video, and just offering the little pieces of paper, and again, you know, starting with maybe a prompt according to How Does Learning Happen from 2014, and then slowly taking that away as well too, and just offering up the strips of paper in hopes that the child does connect such to a pattern. Of course, we're also looking at such things as more complicated patterning as well too. So again, maybe starting with a model for an ABC pattern, or for you know, a reverse pattern or something and that such, and then hoping again that the child will do so without a model. Of course, fostering patterning in everyday life, as is any area of learning, according to the ELECT document from 2006 and the full-day kindergarten as well, is that we must do so in the everyday environment. So not only during math learning are we providing the child with patterning experiences, we're doing so in the everyday context. So if we are taking the child on a nature walk, if we are taking the child with us to, you know, a store or anything as a parent, we can again continue to foster this patterning by prompting the child, playing patterning games with the child as well. Even things like more difficult patterning expressions, because the child, as we did recognize, was using patterning language, so was saying the pattern, but to prompt the child to further explore their verbal patterning communication by saying such things as checkered or striped, which lends itself really well to things like tablecloths or clothing, which can be incorporated into many math-related activities as well. Now, of course, especially in certain documents, especially the ELECT of 2006, we are looking at the new inquiry-based approach to learning, which lends itself nicely to pedagogical documentation as well too. So in this video, we do recognize that the child does have some other inquiries during his play and his learning, which we will explore later, and again talk about ways to foster these inquiries and learning as well.